Hey everybody, it is the Mouth Motivation, your space, my time, something like that. Y'all know what I'm here to do. Y'all know what I'm here to do. First, I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. I am um I hope y'all had a wonderful holiday. I'm not one to really celebrate holidays for a number of reasons, but I just like being with family. Like being with people that I love, and it's always fun to see people that you love. Like it's always fun to see people that you love. So it's always good. So I want y'all to excuse me because I'm a little bit under the weather, just a little bit. So I might be having to take a few sips of this water so I don't continuously cough. But I wanted to get on here last week and I wanted to really like talk about something and I couldn't like it was like so many things was happening like I could not get on for nothing in the world to do a podcast. Like I don't care. I was like planning. I had this whole plan one day. I was like, "Yep, I'm about to do my podcast for the week and then I'm going to send it to the radio station. Please go and listen to 101.5 Indie Radio and you will catch me there." But I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get on and do my podcast. But then I kept getting like I don't know, last week was a week. I heard somebody say the other day that man 2025 2024 going out with a bang. And I wholeheartedly believe that, like with everything that's within me, I seriously believe that because oh my goodness. Yeah, literally, oh my goodness. 2024 is going out with a bang, boom, bow, ping, boom, 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 whatever you want to call it. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, it's going out with it. So, but tonight I titled this podcast Authentic Ties and Craving Genuine Connections for a lot of reasons. First, this week, like I said, has been um it's been like a little long week. And it's been a long week probably or mostly because it just seemed like so many people were going through things. Like they were going through either sadness or they were going through depression. And I know like this is the season, like this is the season right now when all of this happens. Like this is when people start getting depressed, like if they don't have families or they're not connected to the families that they want to be connected to. So it is hard. It's hard to be by yourself. Like I don't care what nobody say. You want some kind of family, friend, somebody that you can be close to, like during this time, like during this season of time. And so, as I said before, y'all excuse me because I'm gonna have to drink this water so I don't be coughing like crazy because I'm a little bit under the weather. So you want that, like you want that real genuine, you want that real genuine connection and you want to be able to like have some fun and laugh. I noticed though, like this holiday season, a lot of people been talking about like their old memories of when they was a kid or when they was a young person or in their teenage years or when their kids was young. And caught myself thinking back to when my kids were young and it was like Christmas time or Thanksgiving time, especially Christmas time. They would want like a Christmas tree. They would be asking for all these presents. Now they're like, oh no, we don't need a Christmas tree. And no, just give us some money, which is good, which is good. I understand that because they're older now. So, like some things are not important. And my views on life are much different now. So it's not important, like it's not important in my sight. I'm not saying like if that's what you celebrate, that's what you celebrate. I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with getting involved with all the other stuff, like if you want to buy a present, want me to buy a present, I will. And if you want to make some cookies, we could do that. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just not like my thing to do. But I noticed there was a trend going on. Like there was a real trend going on as far as people went. And what I mean by as far as people went, it was a trend going on is like their emotions. Like emotions were super, super high this week. The way people think, the way they feel others feel about them, or the way they're being treated or whatever. Like they were paying attention to a lot of stuff. And I found that it was a lot of people who are on a journey. And I'm gonna say on a journey, and it doesn't have to be a spiritual journey, but just whatever kind of journey that they're on. If they're on a journey to change their life, if they're on a journey to do better, if they're on a journey to have more, or whatever their journey was, they were intensely feeling like, wait a minute, I'm paying attention to things that are going on around me, and this isn't right. So I titled this Authentic Ties, craving a genuine connection, because I'm finding that people are craving like these genuine, like these really, really genuine connections. Like they want to be close to people, like they want to have families and build families or reconnect with families. And maybe because it's my age, or maybe it's the age of the people, but it seems like when you get older, like as you get older, people pass away, people move, and different things happen in life. Like literally different things happen in life. So it's somewhat of a deterrent, like it's somewhat of a deterrent of closeness or unity or family getting together or things like that, because like people don't have time, they're doing their own thing. But then you add high rent, you add let's see, loss of jobs. So you add all these different things as far as like things that could be traumatizing. And then you add in there children, or you add in there situations where you don't want to bring your children. Like you add so many different things in it. So then you find people becoming more and more lonely. They're becoming more and more lonely because the attention that they're craving, they're not able to get it. So I wanted to kind of like break down the word authentic, because sometimes I think that people don't know what words mean. So it's hard for them to be a part of something or do something if they don't truly know what it means. I'm a big person on words. I'm like really, really big on words because I feel like you should know the definition of the word. Sometimes we say words because we've been learning these words and we've kind of sort of learned the meaning as we grew up. So, authentic, genuine or real, not false or imitation, true to one's own personality, spirit, or character. It is often conveyed as a sense of trustworthiness, honesty, and originality. So I know some people gonna be like, well, that really didn't tell me nothing, or maybe that's me. Like I don't know if that's me. Some of that's me, some of that's not me. So then I did the opposite of authentic. Is inauthentic or fake. Other antonyms include false, imitation, unreal, deceptive, a phony, a counterfeit. So now you could take that and run, or you could look it up yourself. You can look it up yourself so you can empower yourself, so that if you choose to be authentic or inauthentic, choose one of them. Like you have to choose one of them. But I found myself this week talking to so many people, and it seemed like everybody had the same trend of what they were feeling. And they were feeling this intense loneliness. They were feeling like people were turning their backs on them. They were feeling like people were just using them in their life. They were feeling like, um, excuse me, they were feeling like, like life wasn't even worth it anymore. For some of them, they was like, I don't even know if I want to do life no more. I don't want to do life because the people that I want in my life don't want to be in my life. And so most of the time I'm just listening, like I'm listening to people, I'm listening to what they're feeling, and I'm listening to, what's on their mind. And I'm asking questions, but the majority of the time I'm just listening. Because I feel like if I could be everybody, like if I had a double or a triple, or if it was 1,000 of me or something like that, I would be everybody's friend. And we could go, the people who felt like they wanted authentic people in their life. And I could go out to lunch with this person, I can go to dinner with this person, me and this person can play cards. So I'm really listening because I want them to know that when you don't feel like somebody cares, I do. I do. So I want to listen intensely to you, but at the same time, as I'm listening to them, they're telling me about these people in their life, and they're telling me how, like they feel this loneliness and this frustration, that I'm trying to gravitate towards this person, and this person is not allowing me to gravitate towards them. Or the other part of it is that I connected these people, and now they have pushed me out of the equation. And that was like so many times I heard that conversation this week. So many times I heard that conversation this week. And as I'm listening, I'm thinking and I'm like, dang, like I'm a loner by nature. Like I'm a loner by nature. So I could be by myself for days and be okay. Like I'm just a loner by nature. I have 1,000 things to do. So I'm probably doing one of those things. But there are people that are not used to being alone and who are not in this isolation period. They want those connections. They're done with isolation. They're done with I just want to be alone and I don't want to be with anybody. I don't want nobody in my life. They're done with that. They want a true connection. But in this world, it's so hard to get a true connection because you no longer know what is real and what is fake, what is reality and what is not reality. Because I don't know, I don't want to even say it's the internet or anything like that. I want to say that it's people. It's people that have lost the connection. They have lost the real meaning of authentic. They have lost the real meaning of true, trustworthy. They have lost in all of those words. I feel like they have literally lost what love is. Because I find that in this day and age, that people think that love is doing as far as doing something materialistic for you or um doing something that is not going to last or putting up with your negative behaviors or putting up with abuse or being abused. I find that like they took this word love and they twisted it and they turned it and they made it a negative word. It's a negative word now because anything that comes behind it is negative. It's no positivity in it. There's literally no positivity in it. So as I'm listening to them and I'm giving some feedback, one of the major things that I fed back to them is like, look at your circle of people. And I think I posted this on my Facebook a couple of days ago. To look at the people that are in your life and determine what value they bring to you and what value you bring to them. And then how do they treat you versus how do you treat them? Because in my last podcast, if you go back and listen, I talked about how important the exchange of energy is. The world has taught us that, oh, people shouldn't when somebody does something for you, that you shouldn't expect nothing back because it should come from the heart. That sounds crazy. That sounds wild. Just because you expect something back, whether it's good treatment, whether it's your money back, whether it's your time back, whatever it is, that doesn't mean that you didn't do it from the heart. It absolutely doesn't mean that. It means that you did it from the heart, but baby, there has to be an exchange. So go back and listen to that podcast because I don't want to get too deep in that because I'm big on the exchange of correct energy. Like I'm very big on that. So as people are telling me like what they're feeling, how they're feeling like they don't have authentic people around them, they're feeling like they're trying to connect to people, but people don't want to connect for real. Or if they connect, it's a fake connection, and they just want a real, genuine connection. Excuse me. So in most cases, in these times, I will tell people like it's possible that you haven't found your tribe. And when I'm talking about your tribe, I'm talking about your people. I'm talking about your people that don't talk behind your back, that don't put you down, that don't smile in your face. And then what's the song? They smile in your face all the time. They want to take your pace, the backs. Like they're not backstabbers. They're not in you. They're just genuine people. They want to see you excel. You want to see them excel, no matter what it's in. But sometimes that means cleaning the slate. That means really listening intensely to what people are saying and doing around you. And what are they doing behind your back that you find out about, but then you say nothing about? So that's like determining like, is this my tribe of people? Is this my tribe of people? And I also ask people, I say, listen, okay, you're telling me about this situation, but I want you to think back from the time that you met that person up until now. What have they done in your life? What have they done to show you that they want to be in your life and they want you to be in their life? Because this is important. This is important because we are going through relationships, and I'm not talking about just a romantic, we're going through friendships based off of need. I need this to be my friend because this person knows a lot about business. I need this to be my friend because this person knows a lot about this. I need this to be my friend because this person is wealthy and they can help me get to a different level. So, what happens when you no longer need that person? So, that person has placed all of their energy, all of their time. They have placed all of this loyalty, all of this everything into you, and then you no longer need them and you're gone. That's not authentic. That's not authentic. It probably is authentically you, unauthentic you, counterfeit, fake, phony, literally, literally. So it's important to evaluate your relationships. Is there an exchange? And I know like a lot of times when I was talking to people, they were in tears. They were hurting. The one thing I don't like is I don't like when people are hurting because when people are hurting, I just want to hug them and then I want to make them happy. Like I want to say, hey, listen, you want to, hey, we could go somewhere. We could do something. But I realized that I can't do that in the whole world. So I said, let me just share this in the world because maybe there are other people in the world that are feeling like this loneliness, this despair, this wanting this genuine connection, like craving this genuine connection, tired of spending countless hours by themselves, tired of people backbiting them or talking about them or putting them down or disrespecting them or like they just tired. They're tired. And I could say 100 times that real has become fake and fake has become real. I could say that 100 times. I don't think people listening. I don't think people are listening because that's how you get the genuine relationships. You have to know what real is for real. You have to know what real is for real. I'm not talking about some stuff like, oh, this my family. Even though we beat each other up and we talk bad about each other, we talk bad about each other and we do devious things like call DCF on each other or report each other for doing whatever or just down each other. We family and we love each other. Absolutely not. Abs Listen, absolutely not. The new love is fake and it's called accepting anything that comes my way. Accepting anything, absolutely anything that comes my way. And why are we doing that? What in our brains makes us accept anything? And then we get to this point to where it's like we so frustrated and we so tired and we're so exhausted with these unauthentic people and unauthentic connections that now we're to the point to where we are craving. And I don't know, I'll look up what the word craving means. I want to look up the word because I want to be able to give a true definition because sometimes, like I said, we think we know stuff and we don't know it. I'm gonna look it up right now. The definition of craving. So the dictionary ain't the same now. Let me tell y'all what the dictionary said. This crazy. This is what the dictionary said. Craving, the action of craving an object designed out from a hard material as an artistic. You know what? This one I'm trying to see. This is why I be telling y'all to look up words because why does that say that? Again, craving, an action of craving an object designed from a hard material. Uh, That's not craving. That can't. This is crazy. This is crazy. And I'm gonna look this definition up. Y'all give me a second because this is too much. So craving, I had to go somewhere else. Craving is a powerful desire for something. So anytime I see the word powerful, I feel like I like I feel like you mean business. You know what I'm saying? Like you mean business. If you say something like I have a powerful craving, like I have a powerful desire for something, and that is where people are at. They have a powerful desire for real. Like they are completely fed up with fake and fake situations and fake people and fake relationships and they're fed up. They are fed up and I get it. I get it 100%. I get it 100%. But we have to start with the evaluating of who the people are around you. Because a lot of times people show their hands. It only takes about 3 months for a person to show their hand. They can only they say 6 months, I say 3, because in 3 months, a person will show their hand. They will show you exactly what they feel. They will show you exactly who they are, but it's your choice to believe them. Most of the time when I do podcasts, people like, sometimes you seem like you talking to me and you seem like you directing the conversation at me, and I just be so and I be telling them really I'm talking to myself. Because in this world, it's so easy to be fake. Being authentic, being real, being what people say is outspoken, but I say is truthful, it's hard. It is hard because people gonna label you right off the back because you're authentically being you. They're gonna label you either crazy, loud, um, they gonna say you got bad energy because you don't let nobody play in your face or you don't let nobody play with you. They gonna say all kind of stuff. Like they're literally going to say all kinds of stuff. But you have to get in the space to where you be what you want to receive in your life. You be that. I have a lot of people that get so frustrated with me because they'll say, Demasha, I don't understand. Like, this person is not your friend. This person is not a nice person. This person, they'll be telling me, and I'll be listening to them, and I'll be like, yeah, I know. I know. I know. I understand. I get it. I saw that. I heard that. And I said, well, I never told you that they were my friend. I said that I was acquainted with them, that I know them, but I never said they were my friend. So now you have to, that's protection. You have to know who's around you, who you can talk to, who is real, who is going to be there for you in your time of need, who is going to understand that how to exchange good energy. And I completely know, I'm completely aware that sometimes people will leech, sometimes people will come in my life just to use my good energy and then disappear. And then they want to come back when they lose that good energy. Because when I call back my energy, I call it all back. So then they want to come back because they're like, wait, I feel like something happened. I no longer have that energy anymore. So finding a tribe is how you get that authenticness. Finding the people that are authentically their self, but are going in the same direction as you. Then another thing is learning who you are, because sometimes you could grow out of people. Sometimes you could be going to another level, and the people that you've been around or the people that you are used to being around, they're still at a lower level. That's not to say that they're not good people. That just says that, hey, I be this is another song, make new friends, but keep the old ones. One is silver and the other is gold, or one is gold and the other is silver, something like that. I don't remember quite what the words was, but I remember as a child we used to sing that song. And as I got older, I was like, okay, you can make new friends. You can still have your old ones because they're still your friends. It's just that you're going to another level and you're looking for your tribe of people because you are looking for that genuineness, that authenticness, that love, that power, that strength, that understanding, that exchange of good energy. You're looking for people that are going to say to you, listen, I'm your friend, and I mean I'm your friend. You're looking for people that are going to invite you. They are going to want you around, not need you around. And I'm going to say again, there is a complete difference between needing somebody and wanting them. Because if you want someone around, all of your needs are going to be met. You're not going to need anything from them because they are going to, and if they want to be around you, they're going to see the needs and they're going to be met. Needs is easy. It's the wanting that you struggle with. When it comes to your family, does your family want you around? I've heard so many times in life that people say, my family doesn't even want me around. And the first thing I say to them is, how do you know that? Did somebody say that? Did they specifically say to you that I don't want you around? The next question I ask them is your family, do you have a lot of family life trauma? Because a lot of times you can have a lot of family life trauma, and that family life trauma will eat you alive. Everybody in the family feel like nobody wants anybody around, and it's not that at all. It's trauma. Because when people go home, they're crying and they're craving that powerful desire. They're having that powerful desire to have family, to be able to talk to their family, to be able to connect with their mother, to be able to connect with their brothers and their sisters and just different things. They're having these cravings of wanting to connect. So I got challenged today. And the challenge was um the person said to me, when you feel like somebody doesn't want you and they just have a need of you, ask them. And it sounds simple. It sounds simple, right? Because I always tell people, like, when you feel like something, instead of assuming in your mind, instead of like in your mind festering all these things that are probably not true, all these scenarios that are probably not even happening, instead of festering those things in your mind, just ask the question. So sometimes when I'm going to like a grocery store or something, or I'm at a restaurant or something, and the waitress or whoever the door person is, or like who's ever there, I see first. When they have like an attitude, like they might be like talking rough or doing like like doing stuff or whatever. I always ask them like, "Are you having a bad day?" And it kind of shocks them a little bit. Like it puts them in the perspective to kind of like check themselves. So when you feel family, friends, whatever, 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 when you feel like, I don't know what it is with this person, do they need me or do they want me? When you feel like the need is more than the want, ask the question. So ask them, do you need me in your life or do you want me in your life? And if they say, well, I need you in my life, but why? Why do you need me? Because the needs run out. When you have your needs met, like if you hungry and you like, oh, I need to eat, I need to eat, I need to eat, I need to. When you get done eating, you don't need to eat anymore. You feel me? Like you don't need to eat anymore. When you want to I need to get my life together. And when you get your life together, you don't need to get your life together anymore. So you feel like you at a stable space. But when you want something, when you have let's look at want. Let's look at what want means. Let's look it up. Let's look it up because I want y'all to know what these words mean. Mm, I don't know what y'all know what. I'm gonna stop playing with Google. I'm literally going to stop playing with Google. Let's look at what the definition of want is. And we're going a little slow because I feel like I had to go back to one of my old podcasts because a lot of people have been coming up to me lately saying, I listened to your podcast, your first podcast, 1 through 3, and oh, that I really needed that. Okay, so the word want means have a desire to possess or do something, wish for. Um, Need to do something, should, could, and need to do something, a lack of deficiency of something, a desire for something. So when you have a desire for something, that means something that is long term. Like having a desire for something is like, I desire to be, I desire to be a millionaire. This is long term. Okay. This is long term. So having a desire, like you want something, that means you have a desire for something. Let's look up need. What is the definition of need? Require something because it is essential or very important, expressing a necessity, a circumstance in which something is necessary or that requires some course of action necessarily or immediately, a thing that is required. So once you get that thing that you required, you no longer need it. So it's not a desire. It's not something that you are longing for that is like in your soul, in your heart. A desire is, let's look up desire because I don't want to tell y'all wrong. Desire, strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Strongly wish or want. So most of the time, when you have a desire for something, when you want something, let's just go with wish. When you blow out the candles on your cake and you make a wish, it's something that you really, really want so bad. Not something that is required or it's not something that like once I get it, okay, I'm good. I was required to read 10 books. Now I read the 10 books. Don't ask me to read 10 books again. You know? So it's something that you desire. You want this thing so strongly. It's passion. It's in you. It's not like you feel required to do it, like a need. It's just in you. This thing is in you. So when you're craving these genuine connections, it's in you to do right by them. But then you have to realize that there are people that are not craving genuine connections. They are not. They're just not. They're not on the level of craving genuine. There are so many people in this world that say, I don't want nobody in my life. I don't need nobody in my life. I could do everything by myself. People did. I'd be like, oh, my head hurting. Like my head is like, what? No, no. But that's their choice. That is 100% their choice. It's their choice to go through life alone. And then we have us that crave genuine connections, crave real people being in our life who are making this choice. So what happens is you have to try not to get connected with the people who don't want what you want. So for the people who pray, you have to change your prayer. For the people who manifest, you have to change your manifest. For the people who meditate, you have to change your meditation goal. If you are praying a genuine connection, make sure you pray that that person craves the same thing. Literally, if you are manifesting your tribe of people who want a genuine connection, you have to manifest that they want the same thing. Because good energy people, people who are lovable, loving, caring, honest, true, faithful, forgiving, for whatever reason, people who are not authentic can see that. They see you because they see you shining. They see you happy. They see your family happy or your kids happy or your loved one happy or if you married or you have a husband or a wife, they see you. They see you and they will try to destroy everything within you. They know you crave this genuine connection and they will give you 70,000 excuses as to why they cannot give you that genuine connection. And you will beat yourself up because you'll be like, well, why didn't they invite me to the party? Why didn't they invite me to the party? What did I do? You did nothing. It is them. You will say, well, why does my mom call all of my sisters and brothers, but she doesn't call me? What did I do? You didn't do nothing. It's them. Most of the time, they're not craving the same things that you're craving. And that is the reality that I had to give so many times this week. The reality is that some people don't want what you want. The reality is that sometimes you have to just let them be and find the people who love you. I always say, like, I always tell people, like, I love everybody. And I do. I feel like I love everybody. Like, I'll be meeting people. I don't even, this our first time connecting. They got good energy. Ooh, I give them a hug and I'm like, I love you. Like, I love you. You got great energy. Love who loves you. Love who loves you. Love is a strong emotion. It's like a genuine connection is a strong, like a genuine is like a strong word, like a strong desire. Love who loves you. Be in alignment with who's in alignment with you. That's not to say that people are not going to come into your life who are not, who are committed to anything that you're committed to. It's not to say that they're not going to come into your life, but it is to say this: pay attention when they come. Don't be sabbing over stuff and making up things like, oh, they just joking with me. They just, no, they not. No, they not. I have this thing in my mind. If you say it more than 3 times, you mean it from the bottom of your heart, right? You mean it. You mean exactly what you're saying. If you say it more than 3 times to me, you mean what you're saying. I also have a 3 rule. Don't y'all listen, don't y'all do my my 3 strike rule. Don't go with what I'm going with, but I'm just saying get your own thing that it's kinda like me, I'm like the first time, maybe it's me, I always wanna take accountability for me. So maybe it's me, maybe they are joking. The second time, let me pay attention a little bit more. The third time, nah, you meant that. You meant that from the bottom of your heart. You meant and that's how you feel. Even in like it was funny because, in the dating process, I used to wear glasses, right? And I would have my glasses on all the time, like, I don't go to sleep with my glasses. I got my glasses on because I can't I need to see. I need to see. And so I'm dating someone and they go, um, You always got those glasses on, like, you like, I think they was, like, saying I was a nerd or, like, I ain't know or, like, I'm acting like like, green to stuff. And so they said it one time, and then they said it again a couple of months later, then they said it again. I said, "Let me go get some contacts." You know, 'cause these glasses is really bothering you for whatever reason. It's making you feel like I'm trying to hide something. So I'll take the glasses off and you can see my face completely and you'll see that I have nothing to hide. And so that's why I say I got a three step. Like if you say it more than you, it's what you mean. If a person doesn't invite you to a party and they don't invite you or they don't include you in something more than once, the second time, put them antennas up. The third time, you already know. You already know. Now it's the thing of like you have to accept it. You have to accept that this is not a genuine connection. This is not a strong want for them. I get it too. The other part that I had to show people that this is the other thing. Maybe they're very traumatized. It's possible that trauma is eating their life up. It is 100% possible. And I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound rude to a lot of people, but that is not your problem. That is not your problem. That is not, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it 3 times so you know I really mean this. That is not your problem. You cannot save everybody. And when you are craving, you have this strong desire for a genuine connection. Connecting to something that is not genuine is not going to help you. It's going to deter you. It's going to make you sad. It's going to bring you down. It's going to pull you down because they know that with their whole heart, they know that this connection is not genuine. They know. They know. They know that this connection is not genuine. But because they have a need, they need something from you. They need something from you. Even if it's just your good energy, even if it's just to be a vampire in your life and steal that happiness, that joy, that love, that everything. And when I say steal it, doesn't mean that they steal it for themselves and they use it. They take it away from you because guess what? I don't have it and I don't want nobody else to have it. So now that I see that you are happy and you are joyful and that you are a genuine person, I'm going to snatch that from you because I need you to be depressed like me. I need you to be sad like me. I need you to be fake like me. I need you to fall into the same things that I'm into so I don't be alone. Now I know, I know that y'all grandma told y'all that misery loves company because that was my grandma's favorite thing to say. Misery loves company. As I got older, I started to think about like a lot of things that like my grandparents said to me or my mom or my aunties or whoever said to me. But misery love company is like at that top one for me because I realized this that people who are miserable, they want to be around miserable people. Meaning like they feel like I'm miserable. I don't have anything or I'm not going anywhere or I'm this and I'm that and I'm all of these things. And guess what? But these people who are more miserable than me, they need me. Absolutely not. Because now we're going back to the need. There is a difference between needing and wanting, authentic and unauthentic. Excuse me. There's a difference. And you have to tap into the difference. You have to start paying attention to the difference. Because when you don't, that desire, that craving of that thing inside of you that wants to be fed with a genuine love, respect, honesty, truth, authentic, that thing inside of you is going to continue to burn. And I'm not talking from like, I'm a coach. Yeah, I got a master's degree in education. I love to read and I love to study. I'm not talking from books. I'm talking from reality. From a place where I know, I know some people will not get that genuine connection, that genuine love, and they will grow what I call like a hard heart. So then they'll start saying, well, I ain't got nobody in my life. I want a genuine connection. I want to feel love. I wanted this and I wanted that and I wanted this and I need this and I can't. I just want somebody. They will start doing that and then they'll start getting hard. So they become the very thing that is keeping them away from genuine connections. They become that. People will start coming into their life and stealing their good energy and leaving them drained and frustrated and angry and all of these different things. And when deep inside, that's not who they are. But because they're keeping all of these people around, all of these different situations around that are not genuine. So now you got them saying the same thing as other people. I don't need nobody. I got it. I'm gonna do it by myself. People would say stuff like, "I came in this world by myself, I'm gonna die by myself." Okay. But you came in this world with a whole bunch of people that was already in this world. Oh, we don't live in a space of reality. We don't. You think you would be born in a world with a whole bunch of people in it and you supposed to be by yourself? Why not be born in a world where you was by yourself? It ain't adding up for me. But we don't think intense. We don't think consciously. We don't think like we don't think. We don't think. We don't think. So when you don't get those genuine connections that you need in your life, you get mad, you get frustrated. You become those people. You become those people who have come into your life and drained you and tore you down and made you feel like you were one of them and you're not. You're not. And yeah, I could tell you, I just stay relaxed. I just is because I just told you, I said, people are always telling me like who around me, who they feel like, they ain't for you. They showing me signs of this and they showing me signs of that. And I already see the signs. I already see the signs. But my problem is that I'm interested in human behavior. That is my problem. I like to see how far people are going to take things. I like to see it. I like to see it, um, because it's very interesting to me is how they don't think that people can see the fake, the phony, the unreal. In my mind, I'm thinking like, there's no way that they think that they're manipulating me, but there absolutely is. But that's in my mind, and not everybody is strong enough to do that. Not everybody is strong enough. And do I get hurt sometimes? I'm not hurt by what they did. I think I'm more hurt that they played with my intelligence. Because I like to think of myself as a smart person. I like to think of myself as a smart person. So when somebody tries to manipulate me and I think that I'm smart, now I'm kind of sad because now I feel like you said I wasn't smart. Because you literally just tried to manipulate me into believing something that wasn't true. And I know it's not true because I've watched phony, fake, untrustworthy behavior. So I know it's not true, but it's like, man, okay, now you playing with my intelligence. And I'm joking because I want you to continue to stay lighthearted. Don't allow people to change you because they don't have the same cravings and desire that you do. Because if they can change you, now they own you. They own you. Now you become their slave. They have taken all your good energy away and left you empty, left you craving and wanting freedom, connection, love, empowerment, strength, unity. They have taken all that stuff away from you. And they took it and they just took it and put it in a bag and they tied it up and they threw it away because they ain't want it anyway. It wasn't something that they craved or desired in their life. And now here you are changing to be who they are. Do you see the connection? Find your tribe. Find the people that are craving the same thing that you are craving. Allow them to show you, like, I want what you want. Now, when people say they need me, I'll be like, for what? For what? Because what you need me for? Because when you don't need me anymore, you're not going to be around, which means you are not my people. You are not my people because my people crave genuine connections. My people stay around for years and months, and my people don't leave. And that's the process of thinking like you have to hold on to. You have to hold on to the process of thinking that says, are these my people or not? Are they craving the same things that I'm craving? Or are they here just because they need something? And people will argue with me. You can argue with me in the comments. I don't care. Argue with your auntie. But but people will argue with me that, oh, I want this is big, like this is really big. I want my man to need me. Really? So what happens when he doesn't need you anymore? Well, he gonna need me forever. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. People will put you in a position where you need them. And I just shake my head like, why are you doing that? Why are you putting them in a position to need you? Absolutely not. I don't need you to need me. I'll tell y'all something funny I tell my kids all the time. I tell them, like, you can't depend on nobody, not even your mama. And when I say that, people be like, what's wrong with you? No, I don't need you to need me. I need you to want me. Because when you want me in your life, all your needs are going to be met because we have a strong desire. We just looked up the word want. You have a strong desire. There's a difference. There is a difference. A need is like, I require this. But how long do you require it? Because you're required to get your driver's license to drive. But after you take the test, you got your license, so you no longer need your driver's license, or you no longer need to take the test. You're required to graduate from high school. Some people don't. They get their GED. Nobody wants to be. People are required to go to work, and we don't even want to do that. But when you go to a job that you want to go to, you get up every single day on time. You there hitting the clock, whatever you got, you on point because you want a strong desire to do something, a strong desire to do something. Find your people. Don't keep letting these people come into your life and steal everything from you, put it in a bag, tie it up, and throw it in the trash. Now your heart is so hard. I think I have mastered in life not changing. Very hard task to do. It takes time. So I'm not going to tell you today, tonight, tomorrow that when situations happen in your life, it's not going to change you a little bit. But check the change. Check the change. Ask yourself, am I becoming the thing that just came and ripped me apart? Am I becoming that evil family member that talks behind people's backs, that puts people down, and they was just talking about me, and now I'm finna call auntie such and such, and I'm finna talk about them. Absolutely not. 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 Sometimes you have to have information. You have to have information that's negative and never talk about it again. Never put it back in the universe again. You have to pray about it, meditate about it, manifest whatever it is that you do. Whatever it is that you do, you have to do that thing and get rid of it completely. I hear a lot of stuff. A lot of people, they talk to me about a lot of different things, and people don't know that connections, like there are connections. A lot of times there are connections. There are people who have issues with one person, and then they don't realize that the other person, like is connected to me in some kind of way, whether it's just for sessions or whatever. They don't realize that, and it's not my business to tell them, and I don't plan on telling them. But I hear a lot of things on the daily. A lot of it is negative. So I have my own life, of course. Life be life in sometimes. So not only do I have other people's stuff, but I have my own stuff that comes down on me at times. And people always say, like, how do you do it? Well, those days that you call my phone and I don't answer, I'm detoxing. I'm detoxing. The days that I say I just want to be by myself and I don't want to talk to anybody, I'm detoxing. I'm sifting through all of that negative stuff. I'm pulling it out. I'm getting rid of it. I'm doing what I do, manifesting, praying, meditating. I'm detoxing because you can't go around craving and desiring genuine connections and have so many different negative things connected. It's like a positive and a positive. It's like a negative and a negative. Like you can't, like if you're trying to do your I don't know if people know about batteries, but if you're trying to do, you got to make sure the pieces is right on the battery, or that thing not gonna crank. Use your mind, process, think, see people for who they really are and what they really do and what they really bring. And sometimes you do. You will absolutely get caught up in the fact that you care more than somebody else, like, especially, like, family connections, mother, father, daughter, because you really want your mom to be your mom. You watch everybody have, like, this great relationship with their mom, but then you and your mom can't even spend 5 minutes in the space together. Or you and your siblings or you and whoever can't even spend this time together, but you watch everybody and you find yourself getting jealous of what they have because you want it so badly. You're craving it. It's a desire. So it starts changing you. It starts changing you towards those people. Now you talking negative about them. Oh, they think they better than people. They think this, that, that. They people don't think nothing like that. It's you. You allowing yourself to become the thing that you didn't desire. You're just allowing yourself to fall into, like, all of that negativity. So you have to recharge yourself. You have to put things into perspective. Who's the problem in the relationships with you and your mother, or you and your father, or, you and whoever in your family? Who's the problem? Am I the problem? Are they the problem? Are we being honest? Are we being authentic? Are we being real? Or are we being phony, fake? What are we doing? Sometimes people think that they have um, bad relationships with family members because of something that happened when they was a kid. That other person probably forgot about it. You've been carrying that thing around for 20 years and you ain't said nothing. And this is why being authentic is important because now it's time to go to those people and say, hey, when I was a kid, this happened. And I'm still upset about it because I don't know why, but people do. People have a hard time forgiving. People have a hard time forgiving. I'm not gonna say it's universal. I'm gonna say some people just have a hard time for forgiving, so they hold on to things for years and years and years. They're craving these genuine connections, but they're trying to figure out why is this big wall sitting in front of me because you're not genuine. Oh, y'all thought I was just gonna talk about the other people. No, because sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's not always someone else. Sometimes you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, "Am I authentic? Am I real? What behaviors am I displaying to anybody that says I'm fake?" And you have to be accountable because how mentally could you crave a genuine connection and you're not genuine? I'm gonna wait because I want you I want you to think about it. And I say this with love because I know that sometimes people think I come off real, but I just told y'all in the beginning that real has become fake and fake has become real. Being fake and phony is so acceptable now that when someone is being real with you and they're telling you the truth about how they feel or what could really be going on, it's almost like, oh no, you can't be you playing with my ego. You playing with my ego. And in another video, y'all can watch the bad ego and the good ego because the ego will block you from having those genuine connections. Ego is big because people don't want them nobody telling them nothing. They already know they got what? I just told you. I know people say stuff like, "I was born in this world by myself, and Imma leave this world by myself." You absolutely was not born in this world by yourself because when you came out, there was a whole bunch of doctors and, like, consciously think about it. If you were meant to be in this world by yourself, you woulda came here, nobody would have been here but you. So where would your mama have been? This is what I be like, come on, y'all. We can do this if you want it. If you want it. If you want it. Remember, I said 3 times. I really mean it. If you want that authentic, that real connection, you can't just look at the other people. You have to look at yourself too. Because we can play the blame game all day, and we do. We do. We play the blame game all you did this, you did that, I did this, we play the blame game all day. But the reality is that you can only fix you. And if a person is not craving genuine connections and they're craving isolation, they're craving separation, they're craving, whatever takes them to whatever space that they can be by themselves and they don't have to listen to nobody. And this is just if that's what they're craving, they're not your people. Let them go. Let them go. Because now what you are displaying is that you're craving pain, you're craving frustration, you're craving. Remember I told y'all, I just told y'all, I said you got 3 times with me. You got I 3 strike rule. You say something 3 times, I know you really mean it. You do something 3 times, I know you really mean it. But if you only got 3 times to make me cry. And that goes for anybody, family, friend, you only got 3 times to make me really cry. I'm not like tears falling, but like really like you know how you get that real cry where it's like, you got snot bubbles and you just constantly you only got 3 times to do that. The first time, maybe I'm just being a crybaby because I'm a crybaby. The second time, let me let me pay attention because now I feel like you're playing with me. The third time, all right, that's dead. It's over with. It's finished. Let me do this. Let me sever this. And it's not always easy. It's not easy for some people, but you have to. And maybe you have to tell yourself every day until you conquer whatever it is that you're trying to conquer. But you have to. If you are craving, if you are desiring, if you are not just wanting to need someone, because sometimes we get the desire mixed up with the need. It's like, I need somebody. I need my family. I need, what do you need them for? And don't tell me I need them to give me love. No, you want them to give you love because they get a choice. But in the event that they don't, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And do you, because I just said love is has everything negative tied to it at this point. I'm not sure that there are many people that know what love really is. I'm not sure anymore. And I've been seeing this like over and over and over again for the last 5 years. I don't think people know what love is anymore because we don't love anymore. We control, we need, we fantasize, we fake. We on the internet and people be like, "Oh, these people so in love," and they don't be in love. I've seen numerous of couples on the internet all in love, and then all of a sudden somebody gone. Somebody is like gone, like they done took this person out the world. It was never love. It was never that. But we would say it was because real is fake and fake is real. Excuse me. We won't be intense about it, but we have to get intense about it. We have to get intense about what are our what do we value? Because we can't go into the next year, and Imma let Imma let y'all have January as the next year for the people who believe that. But we can't go into the next year letting all of this stuff linger. We can't go into the next year craving something and having all these people around us that don't have the ability to give it to us. And we can't exchange anything except for heartache and pain and frustration. That's that's not an exchange. Well, I guess it is because it's a negative exchange. We cannot go into the next year doing that because when you craving something and everything is coming around you that's negative, you can't even, it's like you got this brick wall like on the top of your head and you keep hitting it every time, every time, every time. You make a little pathway and then you feel like, oh, I got a good connection. I got a good connection. But they telling funny jokes that are rude. They talking about you behind your back. And you like, but they so nice. If one more person said that to me, I'm going to scream. They not nice. They not. They are not nice. You just needing them because you're craving something more, but you're just settling for the less because you want something more. But because I'm required to feel safe and loved, and I'm required to feel cared about, and I'm required to be invited to things, I'm just gonna settle for whatever somebody gonna give me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would rather be in a box alone than have fake people in my space. And I just told y'all I was a loner by nature because I evaluate everybody around me and I pay attention to everybody around me. And I allow them to do what they want to do. So then I know the value of who I am in their life. Not that I don't know and I don't see things and not none of it, any of that. It's just that let them do what they want so you know what they want to do. You'll have people that say, "Well, you ain't called me all week," and you'll think like, "Wait, I did call you, but you didn't answer the phone on Tuesday, and then I called you again on Wednesday and you never responded, and then Thursday I had text you." But when they need you but when they need you, they're gonna call you and they're gonna pretend they're gonna pretend like you didn't try to reach out to me. Wait, are you serious? And you joking, right? At what point do you say enough is enough? At what point do you say absolutely not? At what point? At what point? It's time. Whether people know it or not, it's time. When you have a genuine connection and just I'll just give an example, and I know I can use this example because this is like one of my like best friends. A few years ago, I think maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it's about 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I met this young lady, and her name is Denise, and I met her at somebody else's party. I met her at somebody else's party. From the moment I met her, we just, like we just chatter and we just talking. We talking about life. We talking about our businesses. We talking about never saying like let's connect. We just talking, just having random conversation. By the end of by the end of the party, by the end of the night, we was like, you know what? I told her, I said, we got along so good. We just cousins now. And that has never changed. It has never changed. She shows me every single day that she wants me in her life. Not a need, not a need. She wants me in her life. And I show her that I want her in my life. We call each other every single day. It's not a day that we don't talk. And if we don't talk in the morning, we're gonna talk in the afternoon. And it's never, hey, I need you to do this, or can you do it's never asking or requesting of anything. It's always just how you doing? What you feeling like today? What's on your mind? She shared information with me, I shared information with her. If she needs something, she doesn't have to ask for it. Randomly, she shows up at my house with lunch because I work from home. Randomly, she just shows up here for lunch. She's like, "I gotta go to the bathroom." And then she come in here with a great lunch for me. When she needs something, she doesn't have to ask me. I can say, "Oh, you need to get your hair done." And then I might say, "Well, when you coming over here to get your hair done?" And she'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know I was getting my hair done." Absolutely. Come on. There doesn't have to be a need, because if you want something, if you want and you're craving and this connection is a tight connection, it's going to be that way. You're going to feel it. And by meaning you're going to feel it, that it's not going to die. Just because you can't do something for that person, they're not going to disappear. Just because you start elevating and they're still in the same position, they're not gonna leave your side. You feel me? I want y'all to understand like what this real craving is about and what it looks like when people have that same craving as you. Because we don't know. We don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing best friends, quote unquote, go on trips and only a few of them come back. I'm tired of seeing relationships where you have a really good person who is really trying, and then you have this other person that they don't care. It's not good. It's not good for your health. It's bad for you. You get sad, you get frustrated. It hurts. And we are all human. Even though people think I'm a robot, I'm really human. Like, I'm really human. Like, you could pinch me, it's gonna hurt. They think I'm a robot because I can bounce back. And I'm not gonna tell you that that happens overnight. When you learn who you are, you don't let anybody change you. No circumstance, no situation, no nothing change you. You are who you are. Whether you broke, whether you rich, whether you're homeless, that's genuine. That's authentic. You don't change when you're around certain people. You are who you are. When I go into a space, they know what I'm gonna do. I'm about to tell a few jokes. I'm about to move around the room and talk to people that I know because I'm really an introvert. So I really don't be talking to people. I get on this internet and talk, but I really don't be talking. Hence the name Zip Mouth. But at any point in time, I'm going to give you a hug and I'm going to tell you when I love you. And when I say that from my heart. And guess what you just exchanged with me? A hug, because I'm gonna make you hug me. So, there's going to be an exchange. Learn who your people are. Pay attention to them. If you are one of those people that are craving genuine connections, start putting yourself in those spaces where people are genuine. Start putting yourself in spaces where people are genuine. I'm gonna read it one more time so that y'all know what authentic means. Because if I get off of here and y'all say in my inbox, but Demasha, I don't know what authentic means. Okay, so now I gotta get mad for y'all to understand. I gotta get mad for you to understand. I'm gonna read it one more time. Y'all excuse me, and then I'm gonna get off of here because I really gotta go to work tomorrow in real life. Um, in real life. Okay, so genuine. Uh, okay, so the word authentic means genuine or real, not false or imitation. True to one's own personality, spirit, and character. The opposite of genuine is inauthentic or fake. So if people have the characteristics such as this false, imitation, unreal, deception, phony, or counterfeit. If you see any of that in anybody and you one of them people that's craving genuine attention or genuine connection, them ain't your people. I don't care how fun they is. I don't care how fine they is. I don't care about any of that. Those are not your people. They're not your people. I'm going to say it again. They are not your people. You are not responsible for the trauma that is in their life. So you are not responsible for healing it, which means that you are not responsible for waiting on them why they traumatize you because they are traumatized already. They are not in an authentic space. They are not in a space where they're craving a genuine connection. Because I just told you, genuine connection means you have to change you first. You have to change you. You have to make sure that you're genuine. You have to make sure that you hold the characteristics such as real, not false. You have to make sure that your personality, your spirit, your character is on point. Because if you possess false, imitation, unreal, deception, phony, if you possess any of that, then you're not looking for a genuine connection. You're looking for someone where you can steal their energy. So let's be real about that. Let's be real. Sometimes I wish the broken would say I'm broken, but it's hard to tell people that I'm broken because you're afraid of what people are going to think about you. But the one thing that people don't understand, and I told someone this the other day, I can't remember who I told now, but I told them, I said, if people would say out of their mouth more that I'm broken, like they would tell people in the beginning of meeting them, like, listen, I am broken. I want to be a genuine person. I want genuine connections, but I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know what genuine is. I don't know what love is. I don't know any way but to talk behind people's back because that's what I was taught. I don't know any way but to mistreat people instead of telling them what my true feelings are. I don't know. If you start telling people that, genuine people will know how to create boundaries. But in creating these boundaries, they will know how to support you, or they will know how to put you in places where you can get support. But y'all didn't hear me though, because a little bit ago I said, if you want this, you have to put yourself in the spaces. It's not anybody else's responsibility to put you in these spaces. It's only your responsibility. It's your responsibility to say, I am broken. I do. Some people, I'm sure, gonna inbox and say, "I want a genuine connection, and but I'm not genuine." I'm glad you told me. So now, what are the steps you're going to take to become genuine? Because there are steps. There are steps that you need to take to become genuine. So what are you going to do? That means you got to look at the ugliest parts of you and say, "This is me. This is me." It's hard to say, like, I got some ugly stuff about me. I'm rude, I'm nasty, I talk behind people back, I mistreat people, I act phony, I smile in your face and then I'm jealous. It's hard to say that, but you have to. You have to. There's something about saying things out loud. It's something about looking yourself in the mirror and saying like, I'm not genuine. I'm fake. And people will say, "Well, I'm putting myself down." But you'll start checking yourself. You will 100% when you start being fake, just because you said to yourself, "I'm fake," you'll start checking yourself, and you're gonna do one thing. You're either gonna change it or you're gonna want to stay the same. But consciously, if you're ready for change and you're craving a genuine connection, your desire is so strong of like, I want more. I want more. If that is your desire, then it's gonna start changing. Because what you have done is you have taken that thing from the back of your brain to the front of your brain. Now, when you're in situations where you would usually be fake, you'll find yourself saying, "You know what? I don't I don't even wanna, nah, Imma just stay. I don't wanna hang out because I don't know, I don't wanna do that." You'll find yourself getting irritated with people that are gossiping or putting people down or mistreating people. You'll find yourself getting so upset. I told one of my friends the other day, um, someone was rude and she seen me like kind of like not get out of character, but kind of get out of character, but not really get out of character, just kind of like I was stern, like I was very stern, like I was like the person could see on my face, like, hey, no. And she was like, I've never seen you that upset before because usually you just like ignore people. And I told her, I said, my pet peeve is rude people. So that's my pet peeve because that used to be me. I had an entitlement, like, I felt entitled to whatever. I'm spoiled. I'm my dad's only child. My mom only has 2 kids, great step-parents, like, spoiled. So I felt entitled. I'm gonna hey, Whatever I want, somebody need to give it to me. Not me look, not me going to work for it or and that's not what my parents taught me at all because they taught me to work for things, but I didn't pay attention. I wasn't conscious about it. So when I had to look myself in the mirror and I had to say like, "Demasha, you're rude." And you have, like, some entitlement about you where you feel like the world revolves around you, and I can remember as a child, my mom saying, "The world don't revolve around you," and me thinking in my mind like, "Girl, yes it do." Like, "Yes it do." But I had to say like, "Wait a minute, no." I had to look at people that I lost. Even, like, I don't think my transformation started I think it was, like, ninth grade, ninth or 10th grade. I think it was, like, ninth or 10th grade. I had a friend, a good friend, a really, 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 really good friend, and, her and I got into a discrepancy, an argument about something, but it was me feeling entitled. It had nothing to do with her, because I remember seeing this look on her face, and she just couldn't believe it, like, she's like, "Wait a minute, you so nice." Remember I told y'all about them nice people? They be nice, but they be having bad characteristics, and I can remember the look on her face. And I was wrong. Like, I was wrong. This young lady walked all the way to my house, and she lived far away from me. She walked all the way to my house to have a conversation with me. And when I woke up and I saw her sitting there, I told her, "You can walk back home because I don't want to talk to you," and threw the covers back over my face. And I remember her saying, "Please, Demasha, because this is not fair." I don't even remember now but I remember that. And I remember how I made her feel. And then when I felt like talking to her again, I called her and she accepted me back. She fed into my entitlement because I wanted to deal with her when I felt I needed to deal with her. And I never apologized. I never apologized until we became adults. I never apologized until she removed herself out of my life completely. And for years, I would think like, well, what happened to her? Well, what happened? Well, what, it was me. It was me. And when we became young adults and I saw her somewhere, I gave her a big hug, and I could tell she was kinda like and I was like, "Well, what's wrong with" I was like, "Well, let's exchange numbers, da, 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 let's catch up." And the first thing she asked me was like, "Why do you wanna catch up with me?" Because I remember you didn't wanna be my friend anymore. I remember you didn't know how to treat me properly. And she was right. So not only did I have to look myself in the mirror and say, "Girl, you tripping. Something wrong with you. Like, you gotta fix that." I had to look the other person in their face and right the wrong. Now, her and I have a genuine connection because she knows that I'm authentically myself. I'm not driven by anything negative to be connected to her. I don't need her. I want her in my life because she brings value to me and I bring value to her. Find your tribe of people. I'm grateful for the tribe of genuine people that I have in my life. Now, are there some ungenuine people in my life? Yes, but I know how to handle them. I know what the connection is. I know that they are acquaintances and not friends. And you have to learn that. You have to learn that. You have to learn that people have to be craving the same things that you are craving in order for you to level, or you're going to plateau. And nobody wants to plateau in life. Because life is about growth and expansion. It's about having these connections with people. Even in business, don't let people drag. If you can't, If you cannot trust someone in business with your money, then why are you doing business with them? It does not add up. Build a relationship. See how they do business. Maybe this isn't a business connection. Be real and tell people, like, hey, I ain't carrying nobody's mess these days. If you do something to me, I'm telling you, and you deal with it however you want it. You did that to me, and guess what? This is how I feel. Sometimes I have people that want to steal my energy and they get so mad at me that they can't steal my energy. And they'll be like, they might be texting all kind of negative stuff. And I'm still texting reality. I'm still letting them know, like, this is the reality of what's happening. Whether you want to deal with it or not, that's not my problem. It's yours. But this is reality because this connection for me is genuine because I am authentically myself. Now, after you finish being unauthentic, we could either have a conversation or we could separate. We can cut ties, and that's the end. But what will not happen is I will not lose any sleep over something that you wronged me with. And that is the space that you have to be in. And it's not easy. And it's hard to get there because that means that you are going to feel like you lost. That means that when you have to sever a connection because it's not genuine, you are going to be the one that feels like you lost, but you didn't lose. And I'm telling you, you didn't lose. You won because you have the ability to have genuine people because you are genuine and allow them to live in whatever space that they want to live in. Because the one thing about life is people come full circle. They see you again. They see you again. And I'm going to say it again. They see you again. Maybe they will mend it and maybe they will never mend it. But you have to give it back to them so they can own it. I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all know I say this with love. I know what I say sometimes is hard, but it's true. And sometimes we have to have those hard conversations because that's where the growth comes from. I don't know who told people that growth was easy. I don't know who told people that change was easy. And I have no clue who told people that they can go through life being the same way with all the negative stuff attached to them and all the negative people. If you want to change your life, you have to change your mind. That means forgetting everything that you were ever taught and saying, I have to do this thing again. Authentic ties and craving genuine connections, burning desire in the inside to have good people or people who want the same things out of life as you around you is hurtful. November, December, January, February are like the highest suicidal months. And people hurt themselves because they don't feel love. They don't feel genuine. People come into their life, they use and abuse and take their good energy, they steal it, and then they leave them depleted. And it's not fair. So I want you to know, and I want you to know with everything that is within you what it feels like what it genuinely feels like. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I know this is longer than what I usually do, but we had to get it out there.